It is only the issues in life that give us the opportunity to learn and grow and eventually shine and learn from. I do not want there to be a conflict between Russia and Ukraine. But with all conflicts and issues, there's opportunities for us to see how we can prepare ourselves for the trying time. Hey guys, welcome back to our financial update. Today is February the 24th, 2022. As of this morning, stocks have plummeted nearly 10%, and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are both down. Some state this is the first correction we've seen since the COVID pandemic. If the current trend follows, by the end of this day, we would be officially in a bear market. A bear market is when the market has dropped at least 20%. A 10% drop is normally considered a correction. To truly understand if we are in a bear market isn't as easy to determine today, since we have gone through a significant amount of money printing and we have hyperinflation coming. To truly determine where we're going is going to take a lot of different steps of analysis to come to what's the next right investment or strategy to protect your portfolio. Let's jump to cryptocurrencies. Currently, the market has dropped $1.5 trillion in value in the whole crypto space. Bitcoin specifically is down 9%, Ethereum is down roughly 12%, ADA and Solana are down about 16%. In the general speaking of cryptocurrencies, I am not too concerned. Regarding Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're now trending the overall stock market and the tech space. So with the tech space going up and down, cryptocurrencies are following suit. Specifically, the reason I feel this is happening is because now there's a lot of tech companies actually buying currencies, holding them on their books, and they're going to be moving the market as the market moves. Regarding Solana and ADA, they're still more small cap type of crypto coins, so they're going to see more volatility. Given that this is still the Wild West of cryptocurrency, we're going to see more volatility than the standard stock market trends. In other news, oil and gas and other commodities are way up. Oil is currently at $100 a barrel. Consumer price on gas is averaging $4 across the country. I predicted last year that we're going to hit $5 a gallon on consumer gasoline. It's very concerning since all of our end goods have to go through some type of transport. With gas going up, cost of trucking is gonna go up, the cost of all goods are gonna go up. And as we all know, 2x4s have become extremely expensive. We were buying 2x4s pressure treated for roughly $3 an 8-foot board. Today, they're over $10 a board. I'm very thankful they're down from the once high of 15, but I believe that's gonna continue to rise, and we're probably gonna get back to the 10, 12, 15 number in the near future. We bought 1x4x8s for a remodel project in the OSC investment that I offered. We were buying them at $5 a board. They went to $10 a board. We then returned the excess boards thinking that we did something smart. We made a profit. Those boards went to $15 within a couple of days. Being prepared with supply chain constraints and the hyperinflation in the cost of goods is going to make or break the profitability of most business owners. So be prepared, think ahead. In real estate news, because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis, mortgage rates are currently on pause from the current rate hikes we've been seeing. Overall inflation is still a major concern, so the trend does look like mortgage rates will continue to rise in the near future. In bank financing and private money lending markets, rates have continued to rise with the uncertainty. Consumers can take advantage of this time for the next probably few weeks before they start seeing rates rise again, unless we see increased pressures from the United States. So what does this mean for us as investors? On a very basic level, in a consumer aspect, we need to start acquiring more household goods that have a long shelf life. Not because of anything as if there's a war that's going to come to us, but because the cost of everything is going to go up significantly. You might not notice it in the sense of the actual price you're paying, but what you're gonna notice is all the goods that you're gonna be buying are gonna start shrinking. You're gonna pay the same price and you're gonna get less. You won't realize it. You're like, the bag of chips has so much more air in it. The bag size will be the same, but the net weight will be less. So buy a lot of items that you're gonna need. Toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning detergent. Buy all of these items that you're gonna use anyway that do not go bad, and that's gonna be some of the best ROI that you're gonna get. And when I first started, that's what I did. I paid for my insurance 6 months in full, 1 year in full, got the discounts, and saved myself from future rate increases. And if you haven't noticed, insurance has gone through the roof. Significant price increases in insurance because of the insurance companies did not see till current the cost of the reconstruction costs of these properties. They're now reflecting that in the insurable amount of your policy and in the cost of reconstruction if there is a claim. So cost of insurance is going up, all of these items going up. Be conscious of that and prepare ahead of time by 1, buying goods at a reduced cost, and 2, buying in bulk and paying in full to be able to save yourself from additional price increases. More on an investment end, this is a time for you to find investments that you can A, buy that are dipping because they are unattractive at this point in time. This would be cryptocurrencies, tech sectors, and those type of assets. What we will be seeing in items that are gonna have a better stable price and possibly even increasing in the price of these investments are the flight to safety stocks and commodities and real estate. So I see real estate in good markets in very conservative areas that have great jobs are going to continue to go up. People are leaving Canada from the current crisis that's happening with the truckers. People are seeing that their assets are being seized by the government in Canada, and they're coming to places where they have more freedom. That doesn't mean that they are Republican or Democrat. We're seeing a significant amount of liberals coming to these red states because despite that they believe in the Democratic Party, they do not like what they're actually doing in their current home state or country. So they're coming down to these areas and they're buying properties. In addition to that, investment firms are also going to a flight to safety. They're gonna go after buying tangible, hard assets that bring in cash flow. Same thing goes with the stock sector. They're gonna be going after stocks that offer cash flow. So how is all this gonna affect us at Core CF and our investments? With our real estate end of our business, what we're currently doing is acquiring all of the supplies we're gonna need for the next year so we don't continue to feel the brunt of this inflation, of the supply chain issues, to keep our projects moving forward, because the winner in this space is the people that can keep their projects on time and within budget. Now that sounds such an easy thing to say, but if you go to Home Depot today and you try to buy something, you'll see it is not as easy as you think it's going to be. What we're gonna see is real estate, and you guys already know, our OSC fund, we picked amazing locations. We're getting a lot of off-market properties at great prices. That's helped us greatly in our properties that we've purchased so far. Based off of our down payment amount, we've doubled and tripled already pre-renovation. So thank God, I'm super thankful to be able to provide this return for our investors. But at the same time, cost of goods keep going up. Cost of labor keeps going up. Getting goods is becoming more difficult. We ordered an item, should have been here in 2 weeks. They came back and told us after a month that it was gonna be additional 3 months. So 2-week turn became a 4-month turn. What do? We went and bought another 20 of that item because we knew we were gonna need it in a month. We were preparing ahead of time. We're getting ready to do a significant amount of renovations in July. Currently we're in busy season. So we're gonna take all of the additional income that's available and all the people coming from up north to Florida and enjoying their stay. We're gonna take that additional revenue that we're putting in higher numbers than expected. Very thankful for that as well. And we're gonna use that money to help offset the additional cost of items. And we're gonna be buying items now. We're gonna be ordering all of the supplies we need, especially the items that are hard to get, specifically now. We're gonna order them, so if they do take 2 months to get in, 3 months to get in, we will have them in, we'll be prepared, and thankfully we were able to get properties with garages, which is kind of hard to get in our market, to store all of these items. So planning ahead is gonna be key. Moving forward with other goals for our company for 2022, our managed crypto and NFT fund is looking even more exciting. With the current downturn in crypto, in NFTs, this has been an amazing opportunity to buy NFTs that I've known to be worth a significant amount, in my opinion, for significantly less than they did cost. Prior to these conflicts, we were seeing them have an exponential growth, and I was hoping I could buy more at a better price. Now I'm seeing a significant drop because of the issues that are going on in our economy, and it's creating an amazing, exciting time to buy these assets at a discount. And how do I know that they are at a discount? Let's just say out of a NFT that is a Disney NFT, there's only 4,000 of them available. Out of the 4,000 available, there's only roughly 200 for sale. Out of the 200 for sale, there's only about 30 or 40 at a very low, what I would say, undervalued price. And because this is still a new market, this gives us an opportunity to acquire these assets that are undervalued and be able to get rewarded when things stabilize in the future. So now with the fund that we're setting up, that we're going to raise about $5 million minimum, that fund will be able to have more assets under management. And that's very exciting because the net return for our investors will be even better, in my opinion. What I learned when I was 19 and 20 from all of the large investors that took me under their wing, and I asked them about different things that they've learned. And they said, one of the major things that I've learned consistently from all of them is that when there is troubles in the market and everybody runs away, you need to be a contrarian and have a strong gut and run in. Everything's on fire, we are the firemen. We're gonna acquire these assets, we're gonna hold them, we're gonna keep them nice and safe until the market turns around. In closing, I feel that there is a desire to go to war in some capacity, small or big, because they've made multiple bad decisions financially and socially in this country that is creating a lot of problems and cracks that they would like to blame on the Russia-Ukraine crisis. The hyperinflation we're gonna see, the supply chain issues that are gonna get worse, all of these problems that are gonna come, the issues that they're gonna say the Chinese are not supplying us with enough goods because they're helping Russia, I believe that they're all gonna be saying these things to take the blame off of themselves for what the bad financial decisions that they made, that us as citizens are used to be the sheep and pay for their mistakes. The inflation that you saw is only the tip of the iceberg. There is a tsunami more coming. And I believe that we're gonna see that and we're gonna have stagflation. We're gonna have this, we're gonna see certain asset classes dropping significantly, others rising significantly, but nominally, compared to the inflation rate, nominally, we're not gonna see that great of a result overall on an average. So if you are a picker, meaning if you pick the right stocks, you pick the right investments, you're gonna do extremely well. If you're just saying, I'm gonna buy the S&P 500, I'm gonna buy whatever, and just, the average will do well for me, I think nominally, you're not gonna do that well. So with that said, be prepared. It is only the issues in life that give us the opportunity to learn and grow and eventually shine and learn from. I do not want there to be a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, but with all conflicts and issues, there's opportunities for us to see how we can prepare ourselves for the trying times. Why do I have a fund today? In 2008, when the market crashed, I saw so many amazing deals. Because if I was willing to buy a property for 3 times the price that I was seeing in 08, it's 3 times the deal at 1/3 the price. And I was acquiring more properties. I was about 23 at the time, so I had a limited amount of funds available. And those properties did extremely well. I bought one property for $335,000. Today, it's worth $3.5 million. I only put down $35,000 on that property. I am not saying that, past investment doesn't predict future, right? What I'm saying is there is opportunities to be had. And from that time, I learned there's opportunities we have to step in and have a strong stomach to buy these assets. My biggest wins were going in and buying these assets during the dip. That is where you make 80% of your profit. The other 20% is just dollar cost averaging as times are stable. That is why I created the fund, is because there's so many great opportunities out there that if you're ready to strike, you can get amazing opportunities. In the upcoming video, I'm going to talk about the opportunity to not just buy land in the metaverse. We are in the process of buying into the ownership of a metaverse company. We're not just going to own the land. We're going to own the company that owns the land. We're going to basically be our own country because we're going to own our own land. We're going to have our own coin. We're going to have our own fiat. We're going to be our own country, our own sovereignty within this space. And I think it is the best metaverse that's coming out there. And we're going to be able to have an opportunity to buy in it. And that is super exciting.